Hello everybody. Oh wow. 2 portals to Phyrexia in the opening hands. I'm pretty sure that means I'm supposed to mulligan. But maybe I'll come up against a discard deck. Milling my land. Okay, fine. A rat deck. Why couldn't it be a discard deck? Does me no good to kill this with my 1/1, because he'll get rid of my 1/1. On curve Phyrexian Arena to give them unbelievable card draw. Arena does not like me today. They didn't want to trade with the Tangled Colony. Interesting. What do we want to do? I think we just want to keep Scroll Shift handy for Combat Thresher. They gotta have removal someday, right? I mean, it's kind of a long time already. Do they just have cutdowns? Sacrifice a non-token creature. Scroll Shift isn't gonna help that, is it? I don't think Scroll Shift helps that. Alright, let's get rid of Tangled Colony then. Zero damage was dealt when destroying it, so they don't get any rats. Like, you need the card draw. Okay, Honored Heirloom. Now we can bring down Guardian and New Benalia. And now if they try and kill something, we're good to go. Please waste removal spells on this. Ah, look, discard. Perfect. Now you go without fear. We'll get rid of that little pesky thing. And we make this indestructible by getting rid of the second portal to Phyrexia. Ta-da! Lovely. Oh look, repair and recharge. That works out great. Lose all your stuff. It's about time something worked for me on this deck. The playtesting did not go well for a couple of rounds. So while we wait for the opponent to decide what to do, besides just have us mill more cards. We lost some good stuff, didn't we? Might Stone and Weak Stone. They lost a couple of removal spells. They have yet another removal spell. That's fine, because I can get anything back with the Portal to Phyrexia. Do we want any of their stuff back? Let's make them discard. They've got so many cards. There we go. Threw away rat. Let's see. What do I have? I have a Power Stone, which means this can be full 6. Give it flying. Everything had summoning sickness, so it didn't matter. Ninjutsu, eh? They have a lot of removal. Children's Edict, Infernal Grasp, Go for the Throat, and now Hero's Downfall. So if they have 4 of each, they've got 16, which means there's 11 more in the deck. And they can ninjutsu the Ambusher now, right? Okay. What else? Let's go look in our graveyard. Let's get back Combat Thresher. Gives me card draw. Hello, you had your turn. Please let me have my turn now. Thank you. Oh, hello. Okay. Welcome to the corner. That's what happens when me, Travis, your host, corners them at Tpull's Corner, I guess. I'm sorry, all we have here are bad dad jokes. So welcome. If you're new, go ahead and subscribe. Let me show you the deck. The deck is called Repair and Recharge after the card because I haven't played with it yet. I've done some other cards that are, you know, similar to going to get stuff out of the graveyard. I've done decks that are graveyard retrieval where we go in and we get the portal to Phyrexia. But not with this card yet. And most decks do blue-white or blue-black or white-blue-black, white-black, that kind of stuff. I wanted to do mono-white and just see if we could do it because it's a bit of a challenge because white has the least in terms of discard spells, right? In terms of way to discard things. So, just in case you're not familiar with the card, this is from Brothers War. Return an artifact, enchantment, or planeswalker card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Create a tapped Power Stone token. Now, just to make sure that this is more of a challenge, I didn't put in any planeswalkers. I might do this again with just Repair and Recharge and all the planeswalkers, but you know, it doesn't really matter if the Elspeth and the Wanderer and all of these, all of the white planeswalkers are everywhere in Arena these days. So I just decided, let me take a break from one deck when I'm playing white from all those planeswalkers, and we'll come back to them another time. Let's just do target artifacts and enchantments only. And so maybe it's, you know, fighting with one arm tied behind my back, but we're going to see how it goes. So, to help us out, we've got Citizen's Crowbar. This can help us destroy target artifacts or enchantments. If we have something pesky that we can't get rid of, and we get a Repair and Recharge, maybe if they've destroyed this, we can just recycle it. We've got a Fateful Absence for removal, you know, looking to get rid of a Planeswalker or a really troublesome creature. 3 Guardians of New Benalia. This is, I don't think I have 4, I think I just have 3, but you can enlist it so you can tap another creature that doesn't have something significant and add to the power. Whenever you do enlist a creature, you get to scry, which is fun, but the key is you can discard a card and the Guardian of New Benalia gains indestructible until end of turn. So this is kind of going to be our surprise way to discard one of our 3 copies that I have of Portal to Phyrexia. I have 1 Macheko's Reign of Truth to add bonuses for artifacts and enchantments we control. I've got 2 Cloudsteel Kirans which fly. We can equip a creature and make sure we can't lose the game while it's equipped and your opponents can't win. I've got Scroll Shift because this is a prototype deck and we're going to have fun with Scroll Shift. We get to exile it to 1 target artifact, creature, or enchantment we control, then return it to the battlefield, and we get card draw out of it, so I like that it replaces itself. The 1 regular creature I have, a Siege Veteran, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. I have 24 lands, and these are my mono dorks to help me out, sort of boost me up to 27 if needed. Honored Heirloom, 1 mana of any color, and we can exile a target card from a graveyard. Network Terminal, add 1 mana of any color. This also allows us to draw a card, then discard a card. So if we have Portal to Phyrexia in hand, all we need is 1 open mana, and we can go ahead and throw it in the graveyard if we want it there. Also, Celestus gives another way to draw and discard, and 1 mana of any color. So between the 3 Guardians, Network Terminal, and Celestus, that's at least 5 ways that we can discard stuff, right? So will it be enough? We'll see. Board wipes, we got by invitation only. Sacrifice between 0 and 13. And I've got Expel the Interlopers. Choose a number between 0 and 10. So there's a lot of dial a yield type of removal in this deck. It's a Repair and Recharge, but it's also a nuke deck. The Repair and Recharge itself, we've got Argent Masticore, artifact creature, first strike protection from multicolored. At the beginning of your upkeep, you sacrifice Argent Masticore unless you discard a card, so here's yet another way that we can discard Portal. When you discard a card this way, destroy target non-land permanent and opponent controls with mana value less than or equal to the mana value of the discarded card. So there's very few things that cost more than 9 on the board. So if we play our cards right, maybe we'll get this, discard this and destroy a card while we're doing it, and then get Portal back with Repair and Recharge. In the meantime, 3 copies of Mightstone and Weakstone to do -5/-5 to creatures, or maybe, you know, just draw 2 cards. If we get 7 lands down, we can use this for the final 2 to actually full hardcast a Portal to Phyrexia. And our prototype card, Steel Seraph, 5/4 flyer. You know, we usually cast it for the prototype 3/3. But at the beginning, target creature of your choice. You can give Flying, Vigilance, or Lifelink till end of turn. And then Combat Thresher, which you usually just bring down for prototype cost, is a 1/1 with double strike, but it also draws a card. So we've got a few cards in here that do card draw, and we've also got Forfair Basilica, which also allows us to do card draw. And if one of the Mightstones and Weakstones gives us a chance, maybe we use that for card draw. But that's the idea. We're basically actually a Portal Resurrection deck, but that's mono white. And I haven't seen that done before. I've seen almost every other color. I've seen white in combination, right? Because there's a couple of other cards that white has that allow you to bring back artifacts. But I don't see anybody doing mono white discard decks and bringing things back. So, black, get ready to eat your heart out. We're going to see just how far we can bend the color pie today. Maybe we'll, if our opponent shows up. You can do it. Alright, they mulliganed. We got 4 lands? That's kind of heavy. I guess I won't complain. I tried to do a hit it, Sugo, and carry deck in Ranked, and immediately got mana starved in ways I hadn't been for the entire night. I'd been playing with the deck all day long. Nothing but wins. As soon as I get into Arena, guess what? 2 lands, 4 lands. Two ranked games in a row, they gave me 4 lands and would not give me any more after that. Until I died. So, ranked, as soon as I go into ranked, you know, things really change. Seed cores, eh? I'm kind of hoping they have exile creatures. I can get those back later with my board wipes. Another Inquisitor. Okay. Nothing like flooding out. We can sacrifice the crowbar and get rid of one of these. If they're going to turn the incubation, that's going to turn into a 4/4. Just slightly more. We can't use scroll shift on it. It has to be something that we control. Alright, do we sacrifice this? I think we do. First, let's go ahead and block. Pass to blocker. Sacrifice. Get rid of. Oops, I did that wrong. Did I destroy the one I was blocking? I didn't mean to do that. I meant to just give that up. Okay, let's go ahead and... Should I get rid of the incubation token? I feel like I need more ammo here. Let's see. We do this one for the lifelink and the plus up. And we can attack with everything. Make them pay for committing to everything up front. We're at 20, they're down to 5. I feel good. Elish Norn. Elish Norn doesn't stop us one bit, does it? I've got 6. Plus, I can bring that down. And I can reconfigure this here. And that's game. We beat Elish Norn! Woohoo! And we didn't need Repair and Recharge or Portal, which is good. You don't want to rely on just the one part of the deck. We want every part of the deck to be good. But the nice thing is the first match we already did the Repair and Recharge with the Portal. So if you've never seen it before, we've already done the first part of our job here. Now we just want to sort of just demonstrate the rest of the deck and see how well everything plays together. Ooh, mono red aggro? That might kill us pretty quick. I don't think we bother with Machiko's Reign of Truth. There's just nothing else around. If I can discard, I've got the pieces already. They usually have removal right away. On the rare chance that they wait a turn and leave that around, like that. Do they attack with the Swift Sphere? No. Yes, they do. Alright, let's make the trade. That seems like a fair trade. You know, I really don't have anything else to do I? I did not get... This is something I really want later in the game. And if I don't get the crowbar, I'm just dead in the water. Never mind, I think I'm dead next turn. Yeah, it's, they gave me the combo without anything else. Thank you. I could repair and recharge that. That's okay. We'll just give up the ghost. They got Urbrass Forge and everything they want to unload almost their entire hand in the first 4 rounds. We need to not only does our card need 5 to cast, but we need to get something in the graveyard first before we cast our 5 spell, so we'll let them have their fun. Even my board wipe wouldn't have helped against Urbrass Forge. That was... as if mono red aggro wasn't bad enough, getting an on-curve Urbrass Forge as well, in addition to all that. That's, well, we did win 2 matches in a row, so we're due for a thumping, aren't we? Arena is nothing if not consistent in the way it tries to put you in your place. I tried to do this at first without any way to exile something from their graveyard, and they put me up with an Atraxa. They never gave me my 5-card spell to get something out of the graveyard, but they got theirs on curve on turn 5. And they had, even though I got rid of one Atraxa, they ended up with 3 throughout the entire match, so... And I never got my 5-drop. Now it's giving me 2 of them up front. 3, 6, 7. Discard a card. Okay, so... that helps us. We just need to get to 5 lands, and we'll be set. If they have a discard that peeks at our hand and makes us remove stuff, they could conceivably get rid of both repair and recharges before we get to 5 lands. But we do have 3 mana dorks as well, so we do have better odds at actually getting to the right mana soon. And they need 3 to sacrifice this, unless they're going to bargain with it. Ooh, they did not draw land. Okay. Let's go ahead and make them commit. I don't think we mind them scrying. It's sacrificing that and scrying, right? Let's just hit them for 2. They can destroy it now if they want. There you go. That's what they were waiting for. That's fine. You exiled a token. I'll have other chances to equip this if I really want to get rid of a later enchantment, but probably not Hopeless Nightmare. Never mind, I won't have a chance. They were ready for that. Okay, let's do Guardian, and let's do Steel Seraph. I wonder if they have 4 of these. They might. Arena might be matching me up against somebody who's particularly ready. This is an all artifact. I mean, there's some creatures, but it's basically an artifact / enchantment deck. It's really heavy on artifact and enchantments. And they don't have anything in the graveyard yet that I could use with the portal, so why bother? Next, let's do flying and lifelink. And we're going to enlist. And that means we get to scry. And if they can't kill it... Okay, land. I don't think I need more land right this second. Well, it would be nice to be able to full cast things. 5, 6... Let me do it this way. We'll still take the land. That flips the health battlefield. That should give me room they seem to be land starved too, so... Kind of need you to make a land drop so you can do something more. I mean, it's a pretty cheap deck, actually. It's 1 and 2 drops so far. But in order to empty their hand, they still need more land than what they got. Let's see if they've got a combat trick. No, you're just running it into the... You're making a suicide run? Why bother? We don't mind paying the prototype cost because we have free copies of Scroll Shift. As a matter of fact, let's just draw another card. Let's just dig down through here. We're going to do the same thing. Enlist. Keep 1 for a blocker. Get to scry 2 again. Repair and recharge and Might Stone. I like it. The whole point of the deck is repair and recharge. I'm never going to pass up a repair and recharge. We're going to make our opponent very concerned that we always scry to the top. We don't scry any of our cards to the bottom. We like all of our cards. Okay, you destroyed 1 Steel Seraph. Congratulations. What do you have in here? You still don't have a creature I can steal. My portal is worthless in the graveyard right now. I could bring back my own creatures. Why do they keep running everything into the graveyard? Why are they doing suicide runs all the time? Why do you do that? Okay, let's draw 2 cards. This is a very strange deck. My Portal to Phyrexia is worthless. My Expel the Intruders is worthless. Lifelink. This little combo here makes Steel Seraph a very good companion piece to Guardian. One can buff the other, and then you can have it buff the other again that way. Ooh, both of these. I like both of those. We're taking everything. Okay, we've got some removal. I can just sort of have fun with my repair and recharge stuff now. Bring back Combat Thresher, because it gives me card draw. Bring down Celestis. I'm not sure they're matching us on land draw now, so I'm not sure how far behind they really were. It seemed like they got stuck for a turn or two. They have 4 cost for removal, so it's not the cheapest deck, but still no 5-drops yet. Incubate a 4, and everything's going to have Vigilance now. And they kick that, right? No? They just burn the treasure to bring down a defender. So the problem is, we've had this in place for a while now. That's the winning combination right there. And Roman Rex just got wrecked. Three wins, one loss. And that's because I did minimize the removal, as I usually do when I'm trying to display a concept. Only 2 board wipes in the entire deck. And what are the odds we would get to 5 before red kills us, and draw the card we need, and have untapped land? We kind of give up the ghost to mono red. We just kind of agree. When I make decks like this, I could pay attention more to the meta and make things survivable. But when I'm just exploring the cards, and I want to play with a particular card and see how it does, I'm concerned less with interaction with the opponent, and more with just making sure that I can make what I need to have work. And if they're just going to really focus on killing me by turn 4, more power to them. We've been there and done that. We don't care about that stuff anymore. Too many years of playing Magic to worry about 4-turn kills. Nice. That's kind of perfect for them to get the automatons up front. No. Come on through. I was hoping for land. Okay. I was hoping for land. That's not land either. And this thing keeps scaling so much. Yet another artifact. Everything's going to scale again. Nope, they just... Even 3 lands is all they need. Look at that. 2 cost for everything. 2 cost, 2 cost, 2 cost. Just a really cheap deck. Okay, there's the 5th one. We need to draw 2. No attacks, and I think we just get rid of an extra Might Stone and Weak Stone. There's a 1-drop. And there's the other artifact I was waiting for. That's the other shoe to drop. So what I was hoping for was for a board wipe in Madratu. Because yet again we face a deck that manages to get everything they want out of there. I guess we just go ahead and block there. That's still too big for anything that we have. We can do the Heirloom. We can do the Faithful Absence. Which maybe I was supposed to hold on to that. What's left? Scroll Shift? And I'm dead. Hey, there's something that costs more than 2. They got all their 1 and 2 drops all right up front. I can't believe that they didn't tap with everybody. They manually tapped each one to decide. That's alright. So maybe you get a better idea for a good deck other than just watching mine. Teething Wormlet, Tough Cookie, Ozolith, Iron Crag. Oh, and welcome to Sweet Tooth. Isn't it unholy to see green working with artifacts so much? Green destroys artifacts. And instead they have bent the color pie so much that there are very cheap, fast decks that green uses artifacts and benefits from synergy with artifacts. Did you ever think you'd live to see the day? I'm not sure that should be allowed. I think we got time for one more. 4 lands. I haven't been mana starved too much with this so far. I'm hoping that there's the 2-drop from black that destroys non-artifact creatures. I'm always hoping that they're packing that because black usually does. They usually pack 4 copies of that to deal with mono-red aggro. And so I'm hoping that messes up the removal somewhat, but Virtue of Persistence seems to be the new favorite card to use. Which, try this. Indestructible doesn't really help stop that if they have a second one. Just an enchantment instead, okay. Let's go ahead and do untapped. And go ahead and get rid of one of these. And that's enough. I'm actually getting just as much land as spells. Of course. Just get your stuff right back. That's great. Can't block the menace. They just happen to have all the freeze enchantments they need whenever they want. Seriously, Arena? Probably should just given it vigilance and attacked. That's a lot of enchantment synergy there. And they still got menace there. They're playing it safe. And I'm still going to lose 1 life from this. Really? Really, Arena? Cute. I think they got lethal now, right? Yeah. I don't know, there was a way around that for me. Not with what I had. Arena really flooded me out. They're just playing around now. They're just having fun with what they're doing. Let's see. 3, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 6. 9 lands and 6 spells. Yeah, that wasn't necessarily a good game so much as I didn't have much chance to do anything. Let me try one more. We'll go long tonight. That just leaves a foul taste in my mouth. I mean, I haven't been mana starved yet, but there's no need to be land flooding me like that. That's just ridiculous. I didn't put extra lands in there. Graveyard Recursion. Half the combo. We'll save that for later. A way to get Portal into the graveyard. And a second way, if they just get rid of this one right away. So they have Go for the Throat, so let's see what happens when we stick Kieran down there. Uh-oh. Hullbreaker Horrors in the graveyard. Too bad this only works on my graveyard. They've actually already got all the land they could need to do just about anything already. But maybe we'll have a way to take care of things, so to speak. I think we go ahead and play this now. I don't think we hold on to it. Do they go to get the Hullbreaker? Yes, they do. We've got 2 chances, especially if they put it down without having any way open to protect it. They can transform that, right? So I just need 1 more land. Finally, when I need the land, I'm not going to get it. Thanks a lot. Let's go ahead and enlist. And we'll scry. Seriously, Arena? Okay. This will get me a card draw. Let's try that. We'll take the 5 points. (3/5) flyer. I've got 1 more turn to dig for a land. I think if they try and kill the Guardian, we just throw something away and make it indestructible at this point. I need to be able to scry again. See, I would have saved that. I would have waited to put down Hullbreaker Horror until I had... Oh, it's a sorcery, that's why. Never mind. Oh, hello. Scroll shift. Okay, made him waste 2 spells. That's very successful in my opinion. They're like, it's okay, it doesn't matter. I got my Hullbreaker Horror. Okay, let's go ahead and attack now. Yes! I'm taking both. I'm very nervous right now. I'm taking both of those. Do you trade? They don't trade. They take another 5 points. Do I bring something else out? Yes. You know what? Let's do it. Let's get the card draw. Play the land. Guardian New Benelia. If they want to play some removal instead of Hullbreaker Horror, I'm fine with that. Look at that. What's in my graveyard? Anything? Yeah, I've got some stuff in there. I got some stuff in there. Okay, so... reconfigure. Yeah. Enlist. No. No attacks in the turn. Alright. What do you have? You're just going to attack and that's it? Okay, let's see if they have an instant. Destroy all creatures with power greater than or equal to 3. You did not keep an instant or sorcery to protect your Hullbreaker Horror this entire time. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Look at all that land. You had 8 lands? What are these spells? You did not keep an instant? They could have kept a Terra Sunder in reserve a long time ago. This is not my fault. You could have won this. Yeah, you're going to get it all back. Alright, is there anything worth getting back from the graveyard right now? Lifelink. Can't use the Summoning Sickness one to do any scrying, so we just hit for 2. The Strong Perk can block just fine. Now gets to resolve again. Does he bring it down this turn, or does he wait to flash it in? Lifelink. Five points. By invitation only. Sacrifice 2. You just lost all your stuff again. How many do you have? He has another one. I have 2 flyers. That's 1 mana spell, and he gains 2 life. That was close. That was close. No sign of Portal in that one, but that was actually... I'm glad I did one more match, just because that was fun. Ugh. I think he could have had me if he just kept the Terra Sunder in reserve earlier. Look at all the cheap spells he's got ready. Bushwhack, Urborg, Mulch, Go for the Throat. It's all cheap stuff and just leading up to the Hullbreaker combination. So, I'm not going to show you the deck again. I'm just going to leave it right here because we did so many matches, so I don't want to overstay my welcome. Remember to like and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the deck. And then I'll have something new for you next time. Thanks, everybody. Have a good one.